Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am here to fill you in on a few things. I'm going to talk first just a tiny bit about my eBay auction that I have up, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about what Skylar's going on, and then I'm going to talk about the new guy that I met. Okay? So let's see. eBay auction. I have to get back to some auctions. First of all, the distressed jeans sold for $20.50. I was happy with that. Paid the shipping, paid for the jeans that I picked up at the thrift store. So I will continue to look for, I'm hot. I will continue to look for different clothing, and unique clothing that I find at the thrift store. I just haven't been going there as much because I just don't need as much clothes. I have a lot of clothes now. Now what I have is I'm going through my closet, looking at boxes of scraps, things that I've kept, and I was keeping the pockets, the back pockets of jeans, because I was cutting those jeans up for squares, for quilt squares, for fabric, and I still want to do some of that too. I haven't cut fabric since I stopped my business in March, so it's just, it's just a little hard for me to get back into things, but I will get back into what I need to do to empty out my closet. Okay, so I have 3 sets of pockets. These two match these two from 3 different pairs of jeans, and I thought I would put them up because I left a little bit of fabric around. I'll try to do better at that. I wasn't planning that when I was cutting the pockets out, and I thought people could sew those pockets together and have a little mini tote. You could put your phone in one side, or whatever, or you could back with a different fabric, so you could make 6 totes. You could add them to a pillow, put your remote control in it. I'm just trying to think of all the different ideas, like a craft apron. You could have the 6 pockets on an apron, and put your scissors, your measuring tape. Is there something else I thought of? I gave some ideas in the auction listing, so do go check that out. I will have the link to my eBay store in the description down below. I believe it's always there. And this is September 5, 2023. The auction is for 7 days. So if you're watching in the future, it's gone. It's gone. Bye-bye. But still use the link. It will take you to my eBay store, and chances are I'll still have something there because I've been doing eBay for 23 and a half years now. And even though once in a while I take a little break, I have taken a little break from auctions, I always come back. So go check out my eBay store and see if you feel like bidding. The bidding starts at 1 penny with free shipping. So go check it out. Okay, that's that. Skylar. I took Skylar to therapy today. But then when she got there, she came back out and said, there's no therapy this week. So I don't know who messed up. I don't care. I got to take a ride with Skylar, and we talked all the way. I wanted advice from her, and she gave me such good advice. We were talking about boys my age. So it was really fun, and she's just so sweet. And then she said, I'd like to get Starbucks. Oh yeah, so we talked on the way up, and then on the way home, I think we might have continued the talk, but then she asked if I'd get her Starbucks, and I was like, does that mean I have to order outside? She goes, Mimi, it's called a drive-through. I despise drive-throughs. I'm a nervous wreck. I don't do any kind of fast food like that often enough. I was comfortable at my very own McDonald's in Sanford, Maine, ordering some fast food for my mother. But other places, I don't know what to do. So anyway, needless to say, so many things went wrong. And I'm ordering Starbucks from her. I'm like, start telling me what it is so I can practice, so I can get it right. And we were just laughing. We were laughing so hard that my stomach was absolutely killing me. And anyway, so it was so many things, but I gotta go bring her somewhere else, so I have to make this quick. And then I was like, when they tell me the price that like $8.50 something, I'm like, $8. I mean, I don't care. It's Skylar. I'm giving her what she wants, but it blows my mind. I can remember when like a shake at McDonald's was like 20 cents. I mean, seriously, I would ask my father for 50 cents to meet my friends at McDonald's. And I know for 50 cents I could get a burger and fries. And I don't know if I could get the drink too. It was a soda. But I think I could get all three for 50 cents. So, yeah, times have changed. So now she's doing something new. They're having a play. I guess it's this Friday. And she joined the theater crew. What? Not crew member. Something like that. I don't know. But she's doing behind the scenes. Helping with the props, moving the props, helping with quick changes. And what Derek was telling me, and Derek was like, I'm just so glad she signed up for that. I was like, me too. What a cool thing for her to be doing, to be involved in stuff like that. So I have to take her back to that now for their crew member stuff that they're doing tonight. I know there's a better word that I want to use, a better term, but anyway, so now I'm bringing her there, and I gotta go pretty soon. I guess I can always just shut the video down and drop back up again when I come back, so I'm not gonna worry about it. It's much later. I went and brought Skylar to the theater thing that she's doing, and then I need to go pick her up unless Derek will be able to pick her up. We don't know what time she'll be done, so I could get a call from her. My phone is in the other room, or a text from her at any time saying, can you come get me? So I might be interrupted again. But yeah, so when I recorded, I've edited that part, the part you just saw so far, and I kept stumbling over words or whatever. I don't know. I just don't know. It just seems like I was doing a sloppy job trying to get the words out of my mouth. And now I am going to talk about the man that I met. I let you guys know a little bit ago that I don't generally talk about somebody until I meet them. But I was pretty sure I'd be meeting this guy, and I let you guys know that I couldn't say anything much at that point because I didn't know from him yet what he would be okay with, like what I talked about. But I told you that I was supposed to be meeting somebody and that I would fill you in. So when we met, because we did meet, and I'll get to that in a minute, I did say to him that I mentioned that I would be meeting somebody and that I would be saying if we met or not, and if it was okay for me to say more than that. And he's like all on board. Say whatever you want, and you can call me by my real name. And I was going to do that, but then we're friends on Facebook, so I didn't want somebody to go searching for his name, and so we're giving him a cute name. And I'm going with Blue Eyes because he has very blue eyes. I mean, just a nice shade of blue. And he had asked me during our chatting what color eyes I had, and I had green, and I said, what color are your eyes? And he said ocean blue, and that cracked me up. I'm like, you didn't just say blue, they're ocean blue. And he said that, people say that he has nice eyes because of the color of his eyes, and yeah, he does. So blue eyes it is. And just to refresh your memory, I met him through actual Facebook, not Facebook dating or the other dating site, Plenty of Fish dating site. Through Facebook, I get suggestions of people I can friend, and I check to see if they're in Memphis because I want to have a little bit more of a local following. And I'm over 4,900 friends now. I'm only allowed 5,000. So I'm being picky now who wants to be my friend. And even for the suggestions that Facebook puts in front of my eyeballs. So I clicked, and it said he was from Memphis, and it said he was single. That was a bonus, right? He's a man, and he has long hair. So I'm like, okay, I'll friend him. And then he contacted me and asked, how do you know me? So I just explained to him, friend suggestion popped up, and I checked, and you're in Memphis. I'm looking for more local friends. And so we started chatting after that. But it turns out he's not in Memphis anymore. He's in Arkansas. But that's okay. And we, I think, messaged for maybe 2 days. and then we switched to texting, and I don't know, we've been texting since, I think, August 29, and today's the 5th. We discussed that we would meet for his business. He travels a lot. So we thought we'd meet this coming Thursday. This is Tuesday right now. But he decided that he would rather meet me sooner than later, which I liked because I want to, hurry up and know if this person is really the person they say they are, or if they're just going to blow me off. Some people set up meetings and then they don't go. That only happened to me once, and that guy texted me an hour before. He's like, I really would rather do this next week. And I was like, no, sorry, no happening. So I didn't meet that first guy, the first one I was supposed to meet. I didn't end up meeting him. But Blue Eyes thought he would like to come sooner than later. And I said, that's great. Sunday, I have nothing Sunday or Monday. And then it happened, though, that I had 7 hours of live music to listen to Sunday. Derek was playing with Elevation Memphis for a benefit for food pantries in the Memphis area, and I had completely forgotten about that. So I apologized a million times and said, I need to go to that benefit. But I thought maybe I can get out early. Derek was playing early in the day, something like 4:30. And then I said I could leave after that band unless my son wants to stay. And Derek wanted to stay. He says, I'm going to stay here and till the end. And even though it ended at 10, the music actually ended at 9. So I told Blue Eyes that, I explained all that, and he was good with it. And he said, I'm still coming in, and we can see each other after. And I said, yes. And so that's what we did. I met him after, and we had a good time, and we just kind of hit it off like right away, and I was happy that we met, and he seemed good too. So he was staying the night, and his hotel room is just like literally 5 minutes away from where I live. So we agreed we would see each other the next day, Monday, which was yesterday, as I'm telling you this story, which was Labor Day. And I said I have some stuff I could do in the morning, and he said I'm going to go to Dollar Tree in the morning and get some stuff for my dog. He travels with his dog. His dog's name is Rocket, and I can't remember the name, but he's small, bigger than a Chihuahua, but it's just, I fell in love with the dog right away because I love dogs, and I haven't had one now for a few years, but I grew up with dogs. So I told him, we'll be in touch. So we texted, and he's just really, really nice. And I will get into more details about that. And the next day, we texted when we woke up, and we had like a little bit of a timeline that we were figuring on. I knew it would be after lunch, and I was like trying to get some stuff done. But then I was starting to get anxious to just see him again. And we had decided, I asked him, I said, I have some stale bread that my neighbor gave me months ago in my freezer, and I'd like to go feed that to the ducks. He was on board with that. So then he said, I also would like to go to Dollar Tree again. I forgot my hair to buy a hairbrush. He didn't have a hairbrush, and he wanted to get a brush. So I said, okay, good. So I told him, I'll pick you up, and we'll take my car. And we even went to the post office, and because I had a package to mail. It's like, this is ridiculous stuff, right? But that's kind of what I liked when I'm just meeting somebody. I don't want to be sitting having a coffee somewhere. This was really, really cool because we were just out in my car, and we were able to talk, and we fed ducks and turtles. One duck. We only had one duck show up, but there were a few turtles. And then, we went to Dollar Tree and shopped. And then I showed him my apartment. Oh yeah, when I picked him up, he had roses for me. Because I do want to tell you some of the nice things that he did. He had roses for me. So I told him, I said, well, I wanted to take you to show you my apartment where I live. I said, and now we have a reason to do that because I wanted to go put the roses in a vase. And so we did that, and then we hung out at his place, and it was just nice. I was home by like 10:30, something like that. So we spent, most of the day together. And we're planning on seeing each other this coming weekend. He wants to come back to see me. The downside of this is that he is 2 hours and 20 minutes away from me. But we could still make that work. He drives all the time. It's nothing for him to drive 2.5 hours. And, you know, if I really were to get to know him and really like him, I don't mind a little road trip like that to go there. And the thing is that we actually like do things. I mean, just the one day that we were together, we went out, we went and fed ducks, we went to the store. I know that doesn't sound big, but some of the guys, we did barely anything at all. I want to be able to do something with the guy that I'm seeing. And I think there's a good chance with Blue Eyes that I'll be leaving the apartment. You know, we would actually do something. Especially if I go to see him, because he likes to do stuff, and he was telling me certain things that he would take me to or see. So that's all good. And, you know, like I said, realistically, can it just all fall apart? Yes. I mean, when I started talking to Travel Man, when he was Travel Man before he was Thrifty Guy, because it was the same guy that came back into my life, you know, we talked quite a bit about traveling, and it was really important to him, as important to him as dancing was to me or going out was to me. And he was on board with both of those things. And then I quickly found out he was not going to be interested in ever going out. And then it came to the point where he's not ever done any camping or traveling since he got back from that Arizona trip. I think he did go one night to just test his camper with whatever he had done to it or whatever. He had just bought it. So I know that things can be said and sound good at the beginning and have it not happen. But what I told Blue Eyes is that for right now, I am willing to take a break from the dating sites, and I am, and have a chance to get to know him. And I'll know pretty quick if it's going to work or not, you know. So if it works, you know, I'll take an extended break from the dating sites just to have a break from that. And there's so many fake profiles and scammers and everything. I'm ready for a break. And I think it's worth investing some time in someone who is also an alcoholic who doesn't drink. I like that we have that in common. He's 27 years sober and clean. He also was a drug user. I was not a drug user, but I was a pretty bad drunk. And, you know, we both have over 20 years, 23, 27, and we're both very stable with that. You know what I mean? Neither one of us thinks that we're going to fall off the wagon anytime soon. So I like that we have that in common. And I just think it's worth giving a shot to just seeing how I'm going to feel, how he's going to feel if we just see each other. And, you know, the way he talked, you know, he knew I was also seeing someone else. But, you know, and he told me, he says, I really am like a one-woman kind of guy. And he's interested in a more steady kind of relationship, a more committed relationship, I should say. So we're going to see how that goes, right? So I just want to let you know a couple of things that he has done that I haven't experienced with most of the guys, like pretty much all of them for some of these things. One is that Blue Eyes calls me on the phone. We talk on the phone. Oh my God, I can't tell you how much better that is than texting. Texting can just make you have mixed messages, you're unsure, all that stuff. So we talk on the phone for the most part. Of course, we text if it's just something quick, but when we want to talk, we talk on the phone. And he compliments me. Not one of the guys I've seen, met, or go out with for a length of time has ever complimented me. And I mentioned it to one of them, and he said, you're here, right? That's the compliment. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I guess I was supposed to notice that the fact that I was allowed to stand near him was the prize. That was the compliment. He walks me to my car. Well, just twice, because I was with him one night and then the next night, you know, when I was leaving the motel room. But he walks me to my car, and if I'm carrying anything, he carries it. Now, I know these things are very, you know, tiny gestures, but they're fucking gestures. I know how to walk to my own car. I've been doing it for many, many years. I don't need somebody to carry my bag. But the fact that somebody would even be thinking about doing something like that, I like that. I love chivalry. You guys know it. And there's other things, like the fact that when I picked him up on Monday, that he had roses for me. You know, I was like, it wasn't because it was flowers, it's because it was something. I mean, I couldn't believe that he thought of me at all to do something nice like that. I'm actually looking at a list because there's a lot of nice things that I thought about after, and I'll explain to you why that's important in a minute. First of all, he's very polite and attentive, and there's a bonus, is fucking Rocket, the dog, his little dog. Loved that dog already. So that's cool, and I think a man who travels with his dog all the time and really loves his dog, that's a nice side that I like, because I am an animal lover, and he's an animal lover too, even though we both eat meat. Except that's all I eat, not all he eats. But he's all on board with the fact that I'm a meat eater. He likes to cook steaks, things like that. You know, we've talked a lot on the phone, and you know, we spent quite a bit of time together in the little bit of time that we had. So I'm anxious to just see where this goes, and not, you know, I'm not like stopping the dating sites because I'm all into this guy. I need a break, and I think the things that I liked are worth just, you know, say, I'm taking a break from this. Let's just look at this now for a little while and see how it goes. Right? Right. So, Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is the man I'm talking about right now. And I'm sure you'll hear me talking about him again. And I don't know. There'll be more to tell as the time goes by. I just need to stop talking, okay? Because I have so much to edit already. And that's it. I have to hang up now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Go check out my eBay. Bye.